Welcome to the Blerdsnerds podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Blerdsnerds podcast. I'm Shannon.
I'm James.
I'm Jaja.
And we're back bringing you all our thoughts on everything happening in nerd culture. If you're new to the podcast, make sure to subscribe to us on our YouTube channel, or you can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or your podcast listening app choice. What is up, guys? What have you guys been up
Going
to?
on?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Playoffs.
Oh, God. Yes.
Playoffs. Oh my God.
Wait, who is your team? I don't think I know anything about who you guys like in basketball or football. Who's your team, James?
I like the Clippers, but right now I'm rooting for SGA, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they OKC definitely deserves it. For me, the finals should be Cavs OKC, but
That's what it's looking
stuff
like.
doesn't work out the way it's supposed to all the time. But shout out to the Knicks for going up 2 games. They lost their third game last night, but they went up 2-0 on the Celtics. I was really hoping they pushed it to 3-0 to give the Celtics some pressure, but had to come back to reality at some time, and the Knicks got a little head start, so they could make this a series if they wanted to. So we'll see.
Is the Knicks your team, Jaja? Is that your team?
Yeah,
Okay.
Knicks is now
Of course.
has always been my team.
I
Kinda,
figured.
I'm kind of liking this Orlando Magic's team too, so they're like my second team.
Okay, fair enough.
And if the Nets ever get good, I'll start repping them too, because I'm just a New York team.
The Nets, oh my God.
I rep all the New York teams, good or bad. So
Okay, so are you a Jets fan or a Giants fan, or both?
if I had to choose one right now, it's Jets over Giants.
Really?
When I was younger, it was Giants over Jets, but now it's Jets over Giants.
That's interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
Cool. Do you watch football, James? I don't know.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just basketball.
Just
and track.
basketball. Okay, cool. Okay. Well, have you guys, besides the playoffs, have you guys been up to any nerdy things this week?
I could go first. My nerdy things haven't been too crazy. I jumped into Oblivion Remastered, couldn't resist. I didn't touch South of Midnight this week. I've also been playing a lot of Towerborn. I know I mentioned that last week. It dropped on Game Pass and Game Preview, but it's a really fun, like, brawler, beat 'em up type of game. So I've been putting in a lot of hours into that, surprisingly. I just pre-installed Doom: The Dark Ages because that comes out this week, I believe the 14th, and got a couple chapters before I'm fully caught up in Boruto. And then I've been watching a lot of Moonrise. I think I got a couple episodes left, so I'm almost at the end of that.
You haven't read any of the Monsters We Make yet?
Not yet. I'm trying.
Okay.
I'm trying to catch up to Boruto real quick, and
Okay.
not mad at it. I'm enjoying Boruto a lot. The manga's pretty good.
Okay.
So
Fair.
yeah, and that's my nerdy things.
Okay. James, what have you been up to? Oh, first of all, also before we do, I feel like Jaja, this is the pattern I'm seeing. Don't let South of Midnight fall to the wayside. Just finish it. You're so close.
Absolutely not.
Just
Yeah.
finish the game. You're so close to being done with it.
Right. I'm definitely gonna finish it.
Okay. So he says now. Next week he's gonna get on here and be like, actually, guys.
New game dropped.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll see.
James, what have you been up to?
Just some real deal gaming, like always. So I played some South of Midnight. I didn't beat it though, but I just finished chapter 9, so I'm on 10 now.
Oh my God, now you're ahead of Jaja. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm pretty much there. Pretty much done. But I picked back up Horizon Forbidden West because I didn't beat the DLC, so I went to the DLC.
Okay.
Everything I kept seeing online was like, yeah, you got to get to level 50 before you even start the DLC. I'm here to let you know that is cap. I beat the game, the DLC, at level 46, so I'm not even max level. But the DLC monsters or machines, they were definitely working me for a while. So, but I'm nice at gaming, so I was able to overcome them. So yeah, I beat that DLC. Next game up is God of War. I'm gonna beat South of Midnight too, but
Yes,
the next game the next series that I want to start is God of War. So I'll be playing that soon. I'll just watch a recap of the 2018 version instead of replaying that again because that might take me like a month or so to beat. So
yeah,
y'all just watch a recap of that story, and then just jump right into Ragnarok. Of course, some Marvel Rivals. I've just been doing challenges and stuff like that. Apothecary Diaries. Since I'm caught up, I gotta wait week to week now. So,
Is it
uh,
still airing? I thought it was done. Oh.
well, I'm watching it dubbed, so it's a couple episodes
Oh,
behind. Yeah.
right. I forget.
Yeah. Lazarus up to date. Actually, no, I didn't watch the one that came out last night, but besides that, I'm up to date. MHA Vigilantes. I think you guys should watch that if you
I
haven't
still
started
haven't
already.
started watching it yet. I haven't. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's good. Well, it's starting to get into like the main plot now. So
Hmm.
we built the world already. It's getting into the main plot. They do a cool thing with the animation where there's like visual sound effects. So you know, in comic books where they try to highlight what a
Yeah.
sound effect is look
Yeah.
like they do that in the show. So like some noises have a image of like what it looks like. So that's pretty cool. A nice little touch. Make it feel more comic booky.
That's cool.
Um, what have I been reading? Oh, Lakewood. I finished reading that. So my next book, I don't know what I'm gonna read yet
What's that
next,
book?
but
What's that book about?
it's like there's these human trial experiments going on, but you get paid for it and you can't opt out. So it's one of those stories of like how far will you go to change your family situation kind of thing. So
How much do you get paid for it? What are the experiments? This sounds interesting, actually. Maybe I'll add
yeah,
that to my Goodreads.
they didn't say the dollar amount, but they
What?
hinted at how much it was. So I mean,
Like
it
a
definitely was enough to cover the family's medical bills. Like it dug them out of their situation completely, but
interesting.
it seems like it was to the tune of millions.
Oh, would you do that?
Nah, not after seeing what she was going through. Yeah, I would pass on that one. But yeah, it was like medical experiment, and then it's not like you're unconscious, like you're aware of what's going on. So like
Oh,
you're because you have to tell the people that's doing the experiments, like, hey, how did these things make you feel? So like if it's
got it.
some crazy effects, you're like, I feel this way. Yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, finish that. I actually got a recommendation for a book. Oh man, I forgot what it's called. But it said if you like Sinners, check out that book. Oh wait, it's called Reformatory. So I may read that
Reformatory.
next.
Let's
Yeah.
see.
It's sort of set in the same time period, I believe. And then I think
Ooh,
it's some supernatural things going on. So if it's
it's
available at the library or
the
Libby, I may check
the
that out next.
Reformatory.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
saw
the
that it
Reformatory.
popped up on Goodreads. Had some good ratings. Okay.
So that might be my next book. I keep saying I'm gonna read The Hunger Games because I
Really?
watched only the last movie and I liked it a lot, but
Okay. You should read The Hunger
I didn't see
Games.
the other ones. So yeah, I may read that.
You should.
Um,
It's good.
but we'll see. We'll see what's available and what's not. That's usually
Oh,
what it
right.
comes down to
On
and
the
when I read.
in the library. I should start doing that because you can get books from the library on your Kindle. And yet I'm still here buying the books that I'm probably never going to read again. So I'm like, why am I doing that?
Exactly. Taking
Um,
up space in your house.
yeah, well, it's on my Kindle. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, I can like
Oh,
check the
gotcha.
books out. You can like check digital books out from the library on your Kindle. So,
Oh yeah, that's clutch.
yeah, I could just be doing that instead of buying them. And I'm not going to read them again. So it's taking up space on my Kindle though. So yeah,
Oh, gotcha.
maybe I'll look into doing that. But I hate because you have to wait
Yeah,
for digital books too, and I'm like, why do I have to wait? But
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like
The
they have a
whole licensing thing.
certain amount of
Yeah.
licenses, so I'm like, okay, that makes sense, I guess. But I'm gonna try that out. I'm trying it out.
Oh, for sure. And
Where
then
are you on your book goal? How many books?
six. So I'm actually halfway there. I was only trying to do
Nice.
12, but I built in a buffer in case I fall off. So that's big brain play right there.
I'm severely behind on my book goal because I was in a reading slump. I don't know if this has ever happened to you, like when you finish reading a really good book and then it's like you can't get into reading another book because it's not the same. That's what I was in after I finished reading the last series I read. So, but now I'm getting back into it.
Not
I'm reading
quite.
again. Yeah.
I think it
I'm
was more laziness than anything else of why I didn't read a new book. The biggest gap that I've had so far.
I got it, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Is that it for your nerdy things?
Oh wait, I read some One Piece. Kaiju
Nice.
number 8 is they had a new chapter and Chainsaw Man. So those
Nice.
still cooking. And then I mentioned it last week, but I bought the JoJo's Blu-ray, so I got it here.
Nice.
Part Stone Ocean. This is part 2 of season 6 or part 6 really.
Wow. Who is this guy? I'm so behind. I gotta.
Father Pucci. Oh yeah, I think you would enjoy his character.
Okay. I gotta get back into JoJo's.
Yeah, I may rewatch it. I keep saying I will, but I mean
Oh,
since I
from
have the
the
Blu-rays,
beginning.
yeah,
Wow.
I might just rewatch them on Blu-ray.
Okay. I mean, you should. You bought them. So
Yeah,
make
I
use of
think they're
them.
all still in the plastic, so I need to go ahead and just
Yeah.
actually watch them.
Um, I've been in an anime slump too, but I'm slowly coming out of that also. So I'll get back into JoJo's. Okay, cool. I'll go. What have I
That's it
done?
for me though.
What have I been doing? So I've been watching a little bit of anime. Like I said, I'm still in a slump, so I watched this last episode of Windbreakers. I'm caught up with that. I have to. I've been watching. I've been trying to catch up in Apothecary Diaries a little bit because I kind of fell off. I was still on season 2, but I like fell behind. I was watching it week to week, so I have to like catch up to where it is now. Um, so I've been doing that. What? But like that's all I've been watching, anime wise. So it's kind of sad, but I need to get back into it. Video games. So I was gonna play Astrobot. I was gonna start, but then I was bullied into purchasing Expedition 33. Not bullied, because I said I was gonna buy it. I was just gonna wait until I was done with Assassin's Creed, but I'm like, I kind of want to play this game while the hype train is going for it, because like I want to talk to people about it while I'm like while everyone else and their mother is playing it. So, and Jossie like every day on Instagram sends me Expedition 33 propaganda. Like every day, every day he sends me a video like comparing it to Assassin's Creed. I'm like, I never said that Assassin's Creed was better than Expedition 33. That's just the game that I happened to purchase first. So, but then I just bought it. I was like, all right, whatever, I'm done. So I bought it. I've been playing it. I played it like almost all day yesterday, and then I had to like go out and do stuff. Um, but it, let's see. It is very good. And like everyone knows I am a skeptic because I don't like turn-based games. So I was really nervous about spending my $50 on a turn-based game. But I'm actually having a really good time playing it. It's really, 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 really good. Like everything about it is good.
Nice.
The visuals are good. The gameplay is not like super tedious like I imagined it would be. Like I'm not having a hard time with it. I am having a hard time with like their dodge and parry system is a little bit difficult to master. But well, the parry system is dodging is okay. But I'm having a good time. Really good time. Wait, Jaja,
Nice.
It's
have
I
you
feel like it's a good way to keep the player engaged. I feel like in a lot
yeah.
of turn-based games, it's like, all right, I put in my action for my turn, and now you sit there and wait for your turn again. But in this game, you have to actually like stay focused. And that dodge and parry system, I'm finding that I'm like really paying attention to like the character animations and trying to figure out
Yeah.
the timing and stuff. Like it keeps you engaged.
Yeah, it's true because it's not really common that you're able to do that on turn-based games. So that is true. Like you constantly do have to be paying because you can actually like dodge attacks. It's cool. I like it a lot. The story is really good. So hopefully, if the people that are adapting it into a movie don't fuck it up, it'll translate really well into a movie if it's done correctly. The story is like fantastic. So
Oh,
far,
so 50 well spent.
50 well spent. James, you should play
I,
it. I think you would
I
like
know
it.
you're not
I'll
that
get it on
far
Game
in,
Pass.
but do you agree with it's the best JRPG since Final Fantasy VII?
Probably, yeah. It's definitely a contender. Like it'll definitely be up there for game of the year. I'm sure it will be. And it might win because it's like, well, I'm trying to think of like what else. Well, GTA is coming out this year, so I don't know. But it'll be a strong contender for game of the year for sure. It is.
Like if I
It's
was
really good.
Joffrey, I would be sending you comparisons between it and Fantasy VII, not
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed.
Well, it's because, the people that made the game came like they came from Ubisoft. So that's why he's sending it to me. He was like, "You can't play Assassin's Creed because blah blah blah." I'm just like, "All right, I don't think." He was like, "The creators of Expedition 33 were tired of Ubisoft, so you can't support Assassin's Creed." And I'm like, "All right, well, that's two separate. It's two separate." That's what he's been saying to me. I'm like, "Calm down."
I-
Um
I'm sure Ubisoft is looking at the sales and it outperforming Assassin's Creed, especially like at the price point and stuff like that. And it's
Yeah,
like, wow, we had that idea in our studio and we just couldn't do
I
nothing
know.
with it.
And it's
Well,
really great that a small team of 33 people were able to create this game because it's like very visually stunning and the battle system is unique and cool and the story is really good. And to make it at the price point of $50 is very impressive. So, I'm having a good time. I want to try to play it today, but I don't think I'm gonna have time to, but uh I'm enjoying it so far. James, you should definitely play it. I don't know. Are you like I feel like I talk about turn-based games a lot. Are you a strong objector of turn-based games? I don't think I actually know where your stance is.
For sure, yeah. I'm not a big turn-based fan.
I
That's
think
why I
you
didn't play Final Fantasy until the remakes.
right, right, right. I think you would like it though.
Is it
I
multiplayer?
no.
Oh, I thought I could play with the homies.
No, 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 you
I
can't.
mean, I got nothing to lose. It's on Game Pass for the free ski, so
It is.
I'll check it out.
It is. You should play it on there. It's definitely worth the $50 though too. But yeah, if you have Game Pass, then definitely get it on there and try it. I think you would actually like it. We are similar. I also hate turn-based games. So, but playing
I
this
feel
game,
like
I
this
was like,
is.
oh, maybe I can go back and play some other turn-based games that I've always been interested in, like Persona. Like
Mhm.
that's a game that like I've watched people play and I'm like, this game looks cool, but I hate turn-based games. But like maybe I would actually like it if I tried to play it. Who knows? Um,
I was gonna say if I feel like this game is like will let you know if you like JRPGs or not. You know what I mean? Like if you don't like this game, then you probably just don't like the genre in general, per se.
well, I don't know, I think it's the opposite. I think it's like you don't like the genre, but like this game might like and like so you don't like the genre, so you haven't played the genre in a long time, but like then you play it and they're like, "Oh, okay, maybe like
You ever change your
maybe
mind about it?
yeah, maybe it'll give you second thoughts about it." Yeah,
Right.
I think that's more like what it is. So, if anything, it'll bring back people to the genre, which people feel is a dead genre anyway, but I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty good. I don't want to impede on your game playing order, James, but yeah, you should definitely try it.
God of War. I gotta do it. I've been making major progress on my backlog. Let me see what's left. I think it's just God of War.
Because you've been making so much progress on your backlog, I think you should take a break and play a new game. See, look, now I
Oh no, I
am
did take a break.
now I am a propagandist also. But it's a good game, so that's why I see what Jossie was feeling when he was trying to force me to play it. Okay, what else did I do though? So yeah, I'm on a break from Assassin's Creed. I jumped over to play this, so I'll jump back into Assassin's Creed and I'll play Astrobot. I'll probably play Astrobot like um in between since that's like a lighter
Yeah,
game,
you can
has
you can
some
easily pick
starters.
up and put down pretty much anywhere. It's
Yeah,
not like
exactly.
well, I mean, there's no like story that you have to follow.
Yeah. So Assassin's Creed, I'll come back to that later. That's on the back burner for now. And I'm gonna just continue playing that. Not a nerdy thing, but I went to see Kendrick Lamar on Thursday. Uh,
Definitely a nerdy thing.
yeah, that was a peak memory for me. It was an amazing concert, like amazing. Everything was good. The visuals were good. He was good. SZA was good. It was great. It was
Oh,
raining.
SZA.
Yeah, it was raining. We were in a covered section, thankfully. It stopped like right before it started like right before the actual concert started, like during the pre-show it was raining. So it sucked for the people that were just out in the rain. Uh, but it was a great show. So it was definitely
Nice.
worth the money I spent on the ticket, which was not a cheap ticket. But yeah, it was really good. And the stadium was packed. It was definitely, I think it was definitely a sold out show. The stadium was like packed. So he did 2 days in New York, New Jersey. It was Thursday and Friday. And from what I saw from Friday, it was also packed. So good on him. And his tour is actually generating like a lot of money right now. Uh, I think he's grossed over like, I forgot what it said, like 9 million so far or something like that from like how many tour dates? Like eight or nine or eight dates so far. I'm not sure. But yeah. All right, let's get into some video game news. So we were just talking about Expedition 33, so I'll jump into that news. So Expedition 33 has hit 2 million copies sold after 12 days on sale. Last week we talked about this and it was like 1 million copies sold after what was it? Like 4 days or something like that. So now it's at 12 million, rightfully so. This game has a lot of hype around it right now. Has generated a lot of interest from both people that love JRPGs and people that don't, that are coming back to the genre. So, again, this is an impressive number for them. I don't know how this stacks up against Do you know, Jaja, how well Oblivion is selling right now? Because that's what they're comparing it to, since they both launched around the same time.
I think Oblivion is selling more copies right now.
That's fine.
Might have a higher player base on Steam. No, I'm sorry. I mean Expedition 33, if I'm not
Exped
mistaken.
is selling better than Oblivion.
Yeah. And I think the player count is higher, if I'm not mistaken. I think in the beginning, Oblivion Remastered had a higher player count, but then
Mhm.
now it's kind of like switched.
Got it, got it. How is
I could be mistaken because I don't have the numbers right in front of me. But yeah.
you've been playing Oblivion, right?
Yes.
How is it? You've been playing Expedition 33, right? But
Yeah.
you haven't played it this week.
I haven't played it this week,
I
no.
don't know how you can jump around to so many games like that. It's crazy. Like story-based games too. I don't know how you can do that. I wish I could. I wish I had the capacity to do that, but I would be forgetting things.
It depends on my mood sometimes. Like I know Towerborn has
mhm,
been a very like one of those games that you can play like casually while you're doing something. Like I could watch the basketball game and play Towerborn.
mhm.
So but Expedition 33 and even Oblivion to some extent, like, but Oblivion's more chill because I played it again. But
Yeah.
Expedition 33 and South of Midnight, I feel like I need 100% of my attention on the game. Like I don't want any distractions and stuff like that. So that's and
Yeah, you
those
definitely,
games,
because the story, you want to like be paying attention to that for sure.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Um,
jump back and forth.
yeah. This game is also my return to like South of Midnight and now this game were like the first linear games I've played in a long time. So I'm getting used to like the linear format of just not being able to like go anywhere you want to. It's kind of just like a on a fixed path, which I'm still not a huge fan of, but I don't mind it so much. But yeah, so congrats to this game. It's doing really well. So we'll see how well it continues to do as time goes on. Another thing that's doing really well for Expedition 33 is the soundtrack. So the soundtrack has topped the Billboard Classical Music album charts. I have contributed to this because I have downloaded the soundtrack too, because the music is really, really, really good for this game. Like really good. Sometimes I just let it play on I don't know if it works like this on Xbox too, like when you're hovered over the game, and it I don't know if it like you know how James on PlayStation when you hover over a game but you don't hit play. So like there's like sound playing.
Yeah,
Like
menu.
yeah, the menu, yeah. So sometimes I just leave it there because the song that plays on the menu screen is a really good song. I think that's the most popular song on the soundtrack. So sometimes I just leave it while I'm doing stuff before I actually play the game. But yeah, the soundtrack is doing really well on the charts. The soundtrack has like 152 songs on it. It's like 8 hours long. So
Wow.
yeah, it's a really, really good like soundtrack to just have on if you're like trying to do something like clean or something relaxing. But yeah, the music's fantastic. So and the I think the composer of the soundtrack, they found him on like SoundCloud. So that's really cool. So
Mhm.
this game has a lot of like cool, unique aspects of it. So congrats to them on the soundtrack popularity also. Also this last week, like literally the day after we recorded our podcast last week, which happens often to us, we talked about GTA 6 being delayed uh, by like 6 months. And then the day after they dropped the second trailer for the game, which well, we'll get to it in a second. But so the trailer dropped, and according to Rockstar, it's the biggest video launch of all time. So after it dropped, it hit 475 million views across all platforms on its first day. So that's bigger than all other movie trailer launches, including Deadpool and Wolverine, which had like 365 million in its first 24 hours, and the Fantastic Four, which had 200 million, and Superman, which had 250 million in its first day. And then like compared to the first trailer, which had 93 million views on its first day. So just showing the anticipation that's building up for the game. I don't know. I think is it not messed up that like after they delayed the game 6 months, they dropped the trailer? Like, would that not make you mad as somebody who's waiting for the game, knowing that the game was delayed again? What do you guys think?
Not really. I mean, when they announced the delay, people were like, "Could you at least give us a trailer or something?" But then, I mean, they ended up giving us a trailer. So
I don't know. I would have waited like a couple of weeks to let the news die down of them delaying it before I released the trailer. Because it's like, oh, we delayed it, but here you go. Now you have to wait longer for this. The trailer looks really good though. The graphics look really good.
it does.
I feel like the fact that there was no trailer before this close to the supposedly release date was like a clear sign that it wasn't coming out.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. But it
so
looks I saw an did we talk about this last week or did I read this somewhere? I don't remember. That the game like the story mode for the game is done is what somebody said an inside source at Rockstar told them. Like the story's finished, but they're really
I
like
also heard about that.
yeah, but they're like putting all their time into like making sure that online is like where it's supposed to be. So that's yeah, okay, so you heard that too, James? Yeah, like they said that the story mode is 100% complete, but they're like worried about the online mode and they're like trying to make sure that online is good before launch. So,
I can see that being a big hang up because, like, the big wigs at the top, they want to make mad money, of course, and then
yeah.
that's what's going to be making them as much or more money for the I mean the duration of this game's lifespan. So, as if
Yeah.
the online launches and it's a hit, then they don't have to worry about all right, we got to find a way to get them back. Like if it's day one, online is great. People are going to be playing online for
True. Oh, you mean like as opposed
forever.
to like just launching the game and then
Yeah,
launching
launching
online
then
later.
online is like either broken or yeah, launch the game and then online comes later because then you
Yeah,
gotta hope people are still interested. But
that's
if
true.
it's online day one and it works well, I think people are going to be in it for the long haul
Yeah,
because
that's
people
true.
still play GTA 5 online.
Yeah. Did GTA 5
Yeah.
online come out at launch with the game? I don't remember.
I was gonna say either like the last two games that came out, they had problems. I know when the first game that had online, I think it was 4, and it didn't come. The online didn't come out when the game came out. Like they were still building it up, and it was super like janky and it was nasty in the beginning. And then they fixed it up, and then the next game, something similar happened. I think the online came out, but they've been tweaking the online till this day. And I think James is right. If they get the online right day one, then that could be a huge
Yeah.
boost for them. And hopefully the micro transactions are under control. I understand Take Two, y'all eat off of 2K, NBA 2K microtransactions and GTA microtransactions, but they're a little bit excessive in GTA 5 online, which makes the game unplayable for people who don't want to like buy everything. So hopefully they level that out a little bit. That's what my number one concern is with that game.
Yeah. So with the extra time that they're taking, one could only assume that online will be great when it comes out. Like perfect, no problems. And if it still has problems, then that's really bad because it's already taken this long. So
Right.
that would be just really bad on them. But we'll
And
see.
I know you watched the trailer. James, did you watch the trailer?
Yep.
I gotta say, this trailer, like, I wasn't crazy hyped for this game. The usual hype for a GTA game, but this trailer to me was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Like, this story has the potential to be like one of the greatest Bonnie and Clyde stories we've ever seen. In entertainment to me, like just from the trailer, I felt the chemistry and like it could be a really dope story. Like, yeah.
In other words, Jaja's ready to drop his $100.
Huh?
Fingers crossed for Game Pass day one, huh?
I don't know about all that. I
I
doubt
don't
this game's
know.
gonna be Game Pass.
It's not gonna
I
be
don't
on Game
think
Pass
so.
day
Not day
one.
one.
No, absolutely not. Watch, Jaja's gonna have it in his hand day one.
They said the whole trailer was captured on PS5.
Yeah, base PS5. Yep, not PS5 Pro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the graphics
Peak.
look like they said it's a mixture between gameplay and cinematics, but they don't really specify which is which in the trailer. But there's parts that you can like, oh, this looks more like gameplay, but even in those parts of the game, the graphics look absolutely insane. So yeah,
I've been
I guess
waiting for us to get to a time where like the cinematic footage and the gameplay footage look exactly the same. So it seems like we're getting there, but for a high price
That's
tag,
pretty much
obviously.
South of Midnight.
Yeah. Oh, that's very true. Yeah. For a high price tag though, apparently, if it is going to be $100 at launch.
Yeah.
But we'll see. But yeah,
the,
the
the,
trailer does look very good. I'll be
I was gonna say
playing.
one of the questions still is, should it really have cost 2.6 billion to make this game?
Yeah, like what did that money go to? I'm just very curious. I don't know.
Delays. You got people on payroll,
That's
and
true.
as it gets delayed, you still got to pay out their salaries. So
That's very true.
that's probably where it would have went to.
That's very true. But yes, so May 26th, so we are a little over a year out now, rather than the fall when it was supposed to come out. So they definitely want to just get it in right at the end of right towards the end of like submissions for Game of the Year, so that it's the last thing that people remember. Recency bias is gonna be a hard hitter with this game for sure. It'll be the last thing people remember going into award season. But yeah, if this launches well, then it'll probably be up there for Game of the Year also, especially since it's so highly anticipated. But we'll see. James, Are you gonna buy this game? Are you back at the? No, you didn't
I
play
don't
the
know.
last one.
I didn't even play the last one. I actually just remembered to add it to my backlog. So since GTA 5 is on Game Pass for free, I'll play it. But it's further back on my backlog. So after God of War and after I at least attempt to play Expedition 33.
Oh, wait, after when? When are you playing it? When are you playing it?
I'll attempt to play it to
Okay.
see if I like it. But
When?
yeah.
Like
Wait, is it
next?
called Claire Obscure or is
Yes,
Expedition
it's
33
Claire Obscure.
Expedition
Then
33?
Expedition 30. Yep.
I read
Is
a
that the name
funny
of the studio
article.
as well?
No, the name of the studio is Sandfall Interactive.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
I don't know
I
what
was
Claire
reading,
Obscure means. I like
I,
why. Mhm.
there's a funny story going on in like Japan. They're having trouble like saying the name of the game because like it's hard to translate and like what does it mean, like you said. So they've
Yeah.
been calling the game like the in English translation something 33. However you say that in Japanese, that's what they've been calling the game over there.
And it
I just
just coincidentally, 33 people worked on it, or is that like has something to
I
do
don't
with
know
story?
why they chose the
that's
number. I think it's yeah, it might be more. I don't like the number of that 30 people worked on it is not like an exact number
Oh,
because
gotcha.
yeah, the studio grew while the game was in development, so
yeah.
that number's kind of fuzzy, but I don't
Yeah.
know why they chose the exact 33 number.
I looked up, hold on, what is the meaning? Okay, so clair obscur, which is a French term, obviously it's a French game, translates to light dark or clear obscure in English. Cool.
So it's an
Um,
oxymoron.
I guess that's relevant to the game. But yes, James, I'm very excited for you to play. So whenever you play it, hopefully sooner rather than later, I'm very curious to see if you like it.
I might upgrade my PC soon, so maybe I'll wait till then.
So in other words, no time soon, James says that he will play it.
No, it would literally be like this week,
Oh, okay. Oh my God.
yeah,
So you might play it like soon?
potentially this week. I have no track meet this weekend, so I have free time.
Okay. I listen. That would be great. I really want to know if you like it or not. It's a great story. Like,
Gotcha. Oh, we gotta keep up with the steam of people having relevancy to the game. So for the pod, for the sake of the pod,
for the
I'll do it.
sake of the pod, you definitely should. Good pod research right there.
Yeah. Shout out to
Um,
NVIDIA. Hashtag ad. Maybe they can send me a free graphics card.
I'm just gonna tag them. I'll post this and tag them in it
Yeah.
directly.
I've actually been surprised how good my like PC is running these games.
Wait, which
Really?
graphics card do you have?
I gotta look it up. I think it's I don't want to mistake it, 49 something.
Oh, you got a pretty recent one. Mine is 20
Yes.
series.
I tried to make sure it was a good bang for the buck. Apparently, it was a great bang for the buck. I gotta look up the exact graphics card though.
Yeah, I got a 20 series, so I'm years and years behind. So
You guys and your graphics cards. I have no clue what you're saying.
until you get a PC, which was happening soon, right?
It was happening soon, but then I fell back into Apple's trap. So I don't have a PC right now. But I do want one though, because I do want to play like specifically for gaming. So I am still looking into it. I just don't know that the timeline of that
Gotcha.
got pushed back a little bit. Um, yeah. All right. Anything else about GTA before we move on?
No, looks
Alrighty
like it'll
then.
be fun.
It does look like it'll be fun and hopefully not delayed again. We'll see. All right. So Palworld, in other Palworld news, Palworld is being forced to patch the game due to the ongoing lawsuit with Nintendo and the Pokemon Company. So they patched something they in earlier this year they had or late last year, sorry, they had a patch already where they had to change the mechanics of something with the pal spear or like how they summon pals. So they don't do
Yeah,
it out of the pal spear anymore. They just like summon right next to them. But
right.
now in this newest patch, it has to do with the gliding mechanic. So before you could glide with a pal, but now you have to have a glider to glide, and you can no longer glide with your pals. So they are doing this in the hopes to make so they don't have any further disruptions when it comes to developing and releasing the game. I don't really know, Jaja, you're the resident Power World player here, so I don't really know if this is like a big deal or like if this is just something people will get over. What do you think?
I mean, in the game, in my opinion, it's not a huge deal because like personally, I never used that feature where
Mm,
you can replace your glider with a PAL and use it because I didn't find any PAL that glided useful for my like team.
yeah,
So I don't think it's like a huge thing, but it's something where it's like it was a cool feature to have, and yeah, it's actually just an unfortunate situation that they're making Power go through this
yeah.
when there's 50 million other Pokemon-like games that are more like Pokemon that they're not doing this to.
Well, like I said, it's just because Power World was so popular, that they're doing it. They're focusing their attention on what was gaining the most attention and traction. Um, Like some of these other little like blatant copies, like they're not popular and like a large majority of people haven't heard of them. So it's like why waste your energy? But I can see why they're doing it here. But they still need to calm down. And also like this will just open a so like if it's full first it was one thing back last year and now it's another thing and then it's like it's gonna be another thing soon after that. You know what I mean? Like I'm just worried. I just hope that like it doesn't get like too much where they have to like be changing like a ton of stuff. Where it's like the game is like completely not completely, but the game is like different than what it was because they had to because they have to change so much stuff to like appease Nintendo. So we'll see. But
And hopefully some of this stuff they can change back because I really like
yeah, like
throwing
if
the
they actually
ball
win, yeah,
is the bigger one for me because that was fun throwing the ball at where you need to throw it to, and you don't have to be right next to the enemy. You could kind of like strategize, how to position yourself.
yeah.
But now the power just spawns right next to you.
Oh, so there is no more
Kind of like
throwing of the ball at all
throwing the ball to summon them.
to
No,
summon them.
you can't.
So, but you're still throwing the ball to catch them, but
Yeah,
not okay, okay, but just not to like got it, got it, got it.
right.
Okay, okay. I mean that sucks. That sucks. But yeah, hopefully if they win the lawsuit, which who knows how long this is going to be going on for, then they can change their stuff back. But right now they are just trying to comply so that they can not experience any more delays with the production and release of the actual full game, which we're still waiting for. Um, but yeah,
When they should be focusing on making a good Pokemon game.
Nintendo, I know.
Yeah.
I know. It's like, oh, we're too
Instead of just
lazy to do this.
copying everything in Power World and putting it in a Pokemon game, which would make them more money because everyone would buy it.
Yeah. Well, that's what we've been saying, but they don't want to they don't want to do the work themselves. They'd rather just have their lawyers do the work by eliminating the competition. So, shame on you, Nintendo. Anyway, we'll see where this goes. Still ongoing. Probably will be going ongoing for a long time. Um, all right. So Sony has announced a new PlayStation studio spun out of Bungie. It's called Team LFG, and this team is going to be focused on making team-based action games, and like technically like live service games. And this comes at a time for Sony where where their live service games, sorry, are not doing particularly well. So some have wondered about the timing of the development of this team, especially surrounding like games like Concord, which is like a complete flop on PlayStation side. And because of that, they had to shut down the studio that developed the game because of the flop. They also canceled recently the Last of Us multiplayer game, which was supposed to be coming out. And they also canceled two unannounced live service games as well. So, following all of that and the layoffs of the employees of these studios that made these games, it's kind of I don't know. It's kind of interesting to me that they are now developing a new team to work on new live service games, especially when like live service in general, like we talked about this, is kind of like on the iffy, rocky side. What do you guys think?
Can't say it's something that I'm thrilled. Like a new live service game is like, oh man, that's a money pit. So now it's
Yeah,
if it is fun, a game that I would like to play, then it's like, well, I got to sink money into this constantly
hmm
for sure. But uh, I mean, with the games I've been playing in my like through my clear my backlog, it's mostly single player story
yeah.
driven games. So that's kind of what I've been leaning towards lately
hmm
is single player story driven games. So an online live service doesn't
Yeah,
really interest me at the moment.
yeah,
Not to say that I'm the only audience. There's definitely
yeah.
probably an audience out there
Oh,
for it.
there's
But
definitely an audience. The audience is Gen Z. They like live service games. Like we talked about like a couple of episodes ago about how like long story-based single player games are like there's not a huge audience for them in the younger and like with younger people because like they're interested in like quick live service, like quick things like Fortnite and stuff like that. So I mean, this will appeal to that audience, I'm pretty sure. But with all of with the mostly like rocky like Helldivers 2 was a success, but like with the rockiness of like all their other projects, like it is it's an interesting time to be developing this team. I would be nervous to be on this team at
sure.
Sony. Given all of the recent things and projects that have failed. This is not a team that I want to be on, but we'll see. We'll see what happens and we'll see the game that they come up with.
I mean,
We'll be
the
on a
way
different
that they're
project.
branding themselves makes me a little optimistic. The team LFG stands for looking for group, and one of the things that they are trying to foster is like developing the game with the players. Like I'm just gonna read this quote that
Hmm.
they made. We will make immersive multiplayer worlds propelled by action games that players can learn, play, and master for countless hours. We want to build our games with our communities, inviting players to be a part of our development process through early access playtests. It's crucial that we stay nimble enough to react to player feedback, not just in our lead up to launch, but throughout live service as we continue to grow the game in the community for years to come. So that type of positioning where they're like listening to player feedback and are willing to react to player feedback instead of ignoring it,
That's
i.e.
true.
Concord. Um, that's a good move, I feel like.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
So
That's true. So I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see what happens with that. Okay. So, Jaja, do you want to talk about, so we got some leaked photos of the Xbox branded handheld online.
well, yeah, there's nothing crazy. They just showed what the console would possibly look like. It looks like there's two versions, the white one and the black one. One is a little bit more powerful than the other one. Um, the the way the gaming handheld looks is a little, I don't know. I don't like the way it looks.
It looks
It
weird.
looks a little
Looks weird.
doofy to me. Like it reminds
Yeah.
me of when they came out with the original Xbox and the big boy controller.
Yeah.
Like it kind of looks like fat on the edges. I don't know.
Yeah, like
And
the part where you grip the sides, like if this is a real photo, it doesn't really look like it's comfortable to hold. You know what I mean? It looks weird.
right. And
Yeah.
on the back of it, the back button, I hope it's like not too far from the grip. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
I don't know. I mean, the screen looks pretty big. Um, I didn't
Why
really
there's so many
like.
fingerprints on the screen?
I know. I'm like, why does this look like somebody dug it out of their attic, like a box in their attic? Like, why does it
Yeah,
look
Yeah,
like that?
it goes
they
pretty
could have took
dusty. The
their
white
shirt to it
and
or something.
yeah, they're saying these are probably straight off the production line, people testing them and touching them and all that type of stuff. But
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, this obviously wasn't a picture that was supposed to come out to the internet. I doubt they want this dusty looking handheld picture out like this. Um,
Because it looks like it's like 10 years old. It just like literally just dug it out of the dust in the
yeah, I
attic.
mean, it looks like a ROG Ally more or less, except the edges, the way the controller grips are shaped are different, and then we got an Xbox button on the left side.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm the thing, and then they're making updates to the Xbox app that you can see might translate to this mobile handheld. Like if you
Hmm.
put the app in compact mode, it kind of gives you a little sense of how this might look on a mobile device.
Hmm.
So they're doing their work there. But yet again, my concern is, well, a lot of the games, most of the games coming out are playable on PC natively. It's just the games that came out right before they made this decision. There's a lot of games sitting on the Xbox that you can't play the PC versions,
Yeah.
and or there's different versions to the game on PC, so you can't have that cross progression. So if they can make the backwards compatibility work, then yeah, this will work. But and also the price point, like how much is this going to cost?
Yeah. Well, it's just a version of the ROG Ally, right? That's just brand. So like, why would it? I mean, so I don't imagine it'll cost more than what an ROG Ally costs. Maybe we'll see.
I think the high performing one has a better chip
Hmm.
processing chip.
Yeah.
But we shall see.
Um, we'll see. And because this picture leaked, I think that they should just hurry up and release a real like they should release a real concept image so that people are not looking at this dusty thing um
Fingerprints.
And yeah,
that's out on
now
the
they have to come out this
internet.
year. Like I didn't think I was like 50-50 on whether it was gonna come out this year like GTA, but I feel like now they kind of have to come out this year.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Um, something has to come out, like a real announcement of it should come out. They should do something to counteract the leak. I don't know. Yeah, this just looks so weird. There's like stuff in the vents on the side. Anyway, it's fine. I'm sure we'll be hearing like more official news about it now that this is leaked. So we'll see what happens. Um, all right. And then Go ahead, Jaja. Lead us into Nintendo's well, not Nintendo, but the CD Projekt Red exec and his thoughts on Nintendo trying to skimp us out of physical games. Um, so this was related to the fact that Cyberpunk 2077 and some other games also are coming out for the Nintendo Switch 2 as like a game key card and not like a physical game. And we talked about this last week about how like physical media is like disappearing. And this is just one example like of these games that you're not going to be able to get like a digital like a not digital, sorry, a physical cartridge for, and you're only going to be able to buy digitally. And he says the exec says do not underestimate the physical edition. And that is true. We should not underestimate the physical edition at all. Um I think people are actually starting to appreciate the physical games more and understanding why it's important amidst all the stuff about like digital games, like you're not owning your digital games. So I agree. I think Nintendo should release this on a cartridge. All their games should also be released on a cartridge. So, and whether that costs more to produce, who knows? I just think that people should have the option of owning their games physically rather than like always buying their games digitally. Uh, so, but this is
Yeah,
just one
I agree with
example.
you. It was basically the CEO just bringing awareness that like physical games are not something of the past. Like people still want physical games and are appreciative of owning the game, like having the game on whatever physical medium
Yeah.
that wants to be used, whether it's CD, whatever. So people are not a fan of the game key cards that Nintendo Switch 2 is trying to put out. So the whole digital ownership license, like how that's a huge conversation going online. Like, do you own your games really?
No,
So
that's the
yeah.
answer.
And even with the physical game on the cartridge, it's like you still only own the a license to play it. Like you don't really own the game itself. So
Yeah, but at
it's a
least you
lot of
have it. Like no one can like be like, "Oh, you can't download this anymore." At least you have the game.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
So
better.
how much can I resell my key card, or is it gonna be tied
Are you gonna
to
be
an
able to?
account? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's what people are looking for. They want to
Yeah.
be able to collect this stuff for it to hold its value, maybe even get more, more valuable.
Yeah.
And having the game on the card would help with that. So I appreciate the stance the CEO is taking. It looks
Mhm.
like they're going to be whatever they do for the Switch 2. You can expect their games to be on the card. So
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? I said I was gonna go back to buying physical games, but it's so easy to accidentally just buy the game digitally. Not accidentally, but just like to do it without realizing it. Like I bought Expedition 33 digitally and I was like, oh, just because like I just went into the PlayStation store absentmindedly and I just bought it. And I was like, oh, I should have bought this physically. Like it's too easy and convenient because it's right there. And I was like, I should have just actually went to the store to go get it. But it's easy to do,
mhm.
which sucks. But yeah. Cool. Any other video game news before we move on to the little bit of TV, movie news, and other news we have?
I
No.
don't have a link to it, but I saw somewhere that in the new user license agreements for the Switch 2, it was saying that any sort of
Oh,
modifications done to your Switch would make it
yes. They
brick
can,
essentially, and then
yes.
yeah, they can
They can brick your
Oh yeah.
console.
Yes,
Yeah.
they can brick your console remotely. That I did
Yep.
see something on
If
that
you're
this week.
pirating games or if you like jailbreak your Switch or anything like that, then yes, they can brick it, which is that is in pure Nintendo fashion right there. I'm not surprised that this is
And
a
that's
feature.
kind of scary because what are like you're monitoring everything I'm doing on this device.
Yep.
I mean, we should expect that everywhere now. But like, it's just crazy for you to, say that you're gonna do something for me doing something on a device that I bought. Like, how are you gonna tell me
Yeah.
what
Are
to
you
do with my device?
surprised? Are you surprised though? I'm not. By them
yeah.
Are you surprised by them doing it? I'm not surprised at all.
No, I'm not definitely not surprised. It's Nintendo coming out with this.
Yeah.
It does make me wonder though, like, are people going to actually fully read like what are the do's and don'ts? Because let's say something goes wrong with your console and you need to go in there and fix it yourself. Like, is that against the terms? Can they
Yeah.
brick it for that?
Everyone should read like nobody reads terms and agreements because like they make it that way on purpose so that you don't read it. But yeah, no one ever reads it. People just scroll through and then just hit accept. But probably you should probably like try to find the fine print in the terms and agreements if you are buying a Switch 2. Uh
Yeah.
just so,
Because like what is the extent of modding? Like our chill DIY projects modding, let's say we want to, you know, like with my PS5, for example, I swapped out the SSD. Is
Mhm.
that considered modding? Because I mean, if I don't use an officially licensed PlayStation SSD now in my PS5, did I mod it technically? Would my Switch in that instance be bricked?
Yeah, that's true. I don't think they offer any clarification either on like what it is. So, if you pre-ordered a Switch 2 and you are somebody that likes to tinker around with your devices, then you should definitely look into it just to make sure that anything that you're thinking about doing doesn't get your device bricked. And then obviously if you are somebody that likes to jailbreak items or pirate them, just like don't do that if you if you got a Switch, obviously. But yeah, just read the fine print so you kind of know what's going on there because it's a little bit it's a little bit weird because they basically it's not defined specifically and they just have full control of your device basically. So
And
don't want your $550, no, $500 like how whatever it costs. Um that would be a shame if it was brick. Like, can you get it can it become unbricked? Like, or is it just
You
gone?
probably gotta buy a new one.
That is
I'm
terrible. So just
I'm
yes.
sure we're gonna find out all the details of that because there's people who do that for a living. Like I
Yeah.
already know people who are like, yeah, I'm buying two, one that I can open and check it out, and the other one to play on. So we're gonna find out what does what makes your console brick because people are just gonna do it just to see what happens,
Oh
and
God.
then they're gonna make the YouTube videos on it that I watch, and then we all find out.
It's nice to know people have disposable income in that way. It's
All
just
right.
like, okay, let me just buy two, and then I'll just see what happens to one of them. That's
Because that's
nice.
anybody that was able to secure one.
True. True.
Mhm.
I know a couple people that were able to get their pre-order, but I'm like, that doesn't mean that you're guaranteed a console, apparently, on launch day. So we'll see. Um, cool. Yeah,
Side
thanks for
note.
mhm.
My bad, Shannon. I was
No,
gonna
no,
say I
no.
did find my graphics card for James. It's an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4060 laptop GPU. So yeah,
Gotcha.
and it runs
I sh
everything pretty good.
should be upgraded this week if I remember to go to. I'll probably just go in person to Micro Center and buy a new one instead of
James
ordering
is
it
gonna
online.
go to Micro Center and he is gonna buy his graphics card so he can play Expedition 33. So we can hear his review on it, and it's gonna be an exciting review to hear. Thanks,
Essentially,
James.
I will
Eventually.
email the good folks at NVIDIA and see if they send me one for free. I have NVIDIA stock. They should just give me one.
You know,
I'm a share owner.
you have enough. Oh, you're a share owner and, you just have natural cloud anyway. I'm sure they will send you one.
I'm gonna email everybody I can. Micro Center, I'm gonna email you too.
I'm absolutely certain that they'll send you one. So it'll be good. Um, okay, cool. So, moving on to TV and movie news, Marvel has officially retired the Thunderbolts, meaning that they have changed their marketing strategy completely after the movie has come out, to rename the movie essentially the New Avengers. And if you guys I don't know if you guys have noticed, but like on all like the posters and stuff and like all of their advertisements now, it's like the New Avengers. And they wasted no time doing this. I feel like the movie was out for like 2 days before they started this marketing. So like if you didn't see the movie opening weekend, then that was definitely spoiled for you for sure. Um, if you cared about it. Uh so I mean it's a good marketing strategy. I think they could have waited like a full week, but it wasn't even a full week before they started doing that. Uh and yeah, so the internet is divided as to whether they like this or not. I think it's cool. I just think it happened like a little like too fast. But I mean, I guess if anything it draws people in to see it if they weren't planning on seeing it to like understand like how that happened.
I absolutely hate
Oh,
this.
oh God. Of course, Jaja. We know you hate it. You hated the movie.
This
So
is
I know you
horrible.
hate the marketing.
Who
Why?
cares if they are called the Thunderbolts or the New Avengers? Number one, and I
I mean,
feel
I
like the
think
New Avengers is
yeah.
reserved for like the official New Avengers, not some ragtag team that
But
Val put
that's
together.
but that's the point though. It's foreshadowing what it's gonna be like what's gonna happen between these two teams. The New Avengers team and then the other New Avengers team, which is just gonna be the Avengers.
No.
Yes, it's clever.
My the new Avengers in my head, like I read the comics and I read some new Avengers stuff, and no, no.
Jaja, you just hate the movie. Stop
I don't
talking.
hate the movie. I just
Jaja,
don't think it's nowhere near what everybody else is hyping it up to be.
Jaja,
And yeah, I don't
Jaja,
hate it.
you definitely hate the movie. You're
I did not enjoy it as much as everyone else.
you said it was the worst Marvel movie you've ever seen. So that sounds like you hated it.
It's one of the worst. I don't know if it's the worst one, but
So
it's
what is
one
the
of the bad ones.
so what is another one of the worst ones? I'm very curious. What is at the absolute bottom for you if it's not this movie?
I would have to go look at a list, and I can't think
Okay.
of one off the top of my head.
Okay. I'm just wondering because you said Thor: Love and Thunder was better than this. So now I'm wondering actually what your true bottom like what the bottom of your list is.
Yeah,
Because
I
it's
would have
probably
to
a
come
movie
back
that
to
doesn't
that.
deserve to be there. But um
I'll come back to that.
I think the marketing is clever. It's fine. James, how do you feel? Are you indifferent?
I do think it does kind of suck for the people that haven't seen it that wanted to be,
Surprise.
surprised or
Yeah.
at least have a big they lose out on that big moment because
Yes.
it's like, oh well, now, I already know what
Yeah,
this
they
team
should have
is.
like let that breathe a little bit.
Yeah,
Like for sure.
it's a massive spoiler.
Yeah. Like they could have at least waited till like the second half of the movie run. Like maybe like give it like 2 weeks, like 2 full weeks. But literally it was like a couple of days after. Like I remember like I was watching TV and they were talking about it on like a show I was watching. I forgot what news channel it was, but it was like on Tuesday and the movie had come out on Thursday. I was like, what are we doing right now? It was super, it was not everybody goes to see a movie in opening weekend. So we have to take those people into account. But yeah, it does take away from that big moment, which was a big moment. And like it was a surprising moment that no one really saw coming. So they did ruin that for sure.
Do you want to see this movie again?
Hmm?
Do you want to see this movie again?
I actually did see it again. I forgot to mention that. I saw it again yesterday with a friend who had not seen it yet. Jaja, it was a good movie. You're crazy. Okay, Jaja, this reaction right now is so dramatic. It's so dramatic.
Got it. Got it.
Maybe you should see it again. I think that you'll have
I am 1000% going to see Sinners before I see this, before I even think about seeing anything else again. I just need to see a good movie at this point right now because I can't take all the Thunderbolt noise. I can't take it.
I don't know, Jaja. I think that if you went into it again with an open mind,
I
then
would go watch Black Widow before I go watch
well,
Thunderbolts.
first of all, Black Widow was a great movie also, so I don't know why you're comparing it
Better than
like that way.
Thunderbolts.
Yeah, Black Widow was a good movie. I don't compare it like it's a bad movie. That movie was good. Um, but it's okay. We'll just let this one come and go. Hopefully you have better feelings about Fantastic Four. We'll see.
Oh, and I
Um,
forgot Karate Kid comes out at the end of this month. So that's 4 movies on my summer list right now.
there's a lot of movies coming out this summer. There's a new Final Destination movie coming out next week, which I'm not really
I'm good on the Final Destination.
which I'm not no, I'm not really a fan. You know what's wrong with me? I hate horror movies, but like I have a certain fascination about them where it's like I'll be fascinated enough to watch it, but then I'll be traumatized for like days or weeks after. So like I have a fascination with Final Destination. I've seen almost all of them, but then every time I watch one, I have
Real life trauma because
yes,
of
I
it.
have irrational yes, I have irrational fears about things falling on me for like 2 weeks after I've seen one of the movies.
Two
So
weeks. The movie scarred me for life. Like roller coasters, I used to be I used to love every single roller coasters. Now there's like a limit to the
oh,
amount
is
of
that why you're so over dramatic on roller
yeah.
coasters?
Sometimes like there's a
Yes.
limit on my thrill level for roller coasters right now. Some of them I'm like, oh, that's not even worth
Yes.
my excitement. And
So
then
Fantastic
driving
Four,
behind
not
tractor
Fantastic Four.
trailers,
Mm,
you ever seen that part where the wood
yes.
logs on tractor
Logs.
trailers and it
Yep.
falls off and go? That's one of my things driving now too. If I see anything that resembles that, it's like, oh my God,
Yeah.
Final Destination.
Yeah, Final Destination has definitely taught me. It's actually the other day I was driving behind a truck that had like a ladder in the bed on the back, and I was like, let me move because it doesn't look like this is secured down in any way. So yeah, that has definitely taught me to be more cautious on the road for sure. Yes, Final Destination has also made me wary of roller coasters. Like I love roller coasters, but I always like have a little bit of anxiety before I get on them. Especially if there's like a sketchy seating situation, like most of the roller coasters now, like the Velocicoaster when we went to Universal. That ride was sketchy. Very, very sketchy. So like I always think about that also. Um, Planes, I was already afraid of flying. I'm already afraid of flying for different reasons, but I remember watching that movie and then I got on a plane like 2 days later, like when I was in high school, and I had anxiety also. So yes, it does create a lot of anxiety, but this one actually looks pretty interesting, so I kind of want to see it. But I'd love to see how this one will traumatize me. Like what big traumatic event is going to happen that is going to make me scared of something in
I'm
life.
sure they got one in there.
But once I renew my AMC pass, then maybe I'll just go see this movie. Um, and it'll be cool. But there's a bunch of other stuff coming out this summer too. So yeah, it's gonna be a big summer full of movies that I'm gonna go see and get my money's worth of my AMC pass. What else are
Yeah,
you excited to see?
Thunderbolts.
I told you my list: Fantastic Four,
Right.
Jurassic World, and
Oh, God.
Superman, and now Karate Kid.
We need I can't like why do we need another Jurassic World movie? I feel like this is another franchise that has gone into overkill mode. Just like Fast and Furious. Overkill.
I might be agreeing with. It depends on how this movie is,
Yeah.
because it might be
Definitely.
entering overkill territory. But
It's over.
I'm still here for it.
It's definitely overkill. James, are you excited to see anything this summer besides the obvious stuff?
Uh, Nothing is top of mind. Like I can't
Mm.
really think of any movies that's like, man, I can't wait till such and such. But I haven't been keeping my eyes on what's coming out though. So
You mean besides Fantastic Four, right? You're excited
yeah,
for
I'm
that.
gonna definitely go see that when it comes out. I
He's
know
gonna
there is a Kaiju #8 movie that it came out, but I missed. It was only in
what?
theaters for like 2 days.
Yeah.
Like a live action movie or an
No,
animated
it's
movie?
animated.
Oh,
Yeah. But it's
It
coming to
was one of those.
Crunchyroll
when was that?
during the
Yeah.
summer though.
I don't remember
Yeah,
seeing that.
it was like maybe last month or the month before.
Oh wait, guys, Demon Slayer's coming out this summer too. The
I
first
think it was
movie.
called
Oh yeah,
Final Mission or something like that, or
Yeah.
First
yeah,
Mission.
Oh,
something
I
along
did
those
not. I
lines.
completely missed that.
Yeah.
The first Demon Slayer movie is coming out in July. I keep forgetting. So that's
Oh yeah,
exciting.
see,
That's another one.
I gotta actually look and see what's coming out. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's like anime movies mostly that I'm looking to
Yeah.
see.
While we're on stuff coming out news, the final 2 episodes of Dragon Ball Z Diamond, the dub is coming out next Friday
Oh,
or
the dub. I was
Saturday.
about to say, I thought that show
So
was done.
I'm about to
Still going?
blaze through that. I can't wait.
Um, Ghibli Fest is coming back to theaters if you love Studio Ghibli and want to see their movies. They're always releasing them in the movie theaters. So there's something to see if you want to. Um, the Demon Slayer movie is coming out this year, right? I didn't make that up.
Yeah, yeah, it
Okay.
is. I saw something on it.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. Um, so yeah, it's gonna be a good summer for movies for sure. Uh, okay. What is next? Um, So this was news last week, but we didn't talk about it. So Jeremy Renner turned down Hawkeye season 2 over salary insult. So they offered him like half of his salary that he made for appearing in the first season. Um, so there was like a rumor as to why he did this, and it was because the rumor or the theory, the fan theories going around is that like they did this just to like get him out of the season. I don't know if that's true or not, but if he's if he's not really in it, then I don't know. The season probably is just going to focus on Kate Bishop. But we don't really know like what their future is going to be. Neither of them have been announced to be in Doomsday. So this is kind of a show that's kind of like falling off my radar. Like I don't really know if I care super much about Hawkeye. Uh but Jaja, you're the one that posted the theory in there, so I don't know if you have any specific thoughts on it.
Yeah, I mean, you summed it up pretty much. They offered him like half of what he was making, I guess, for the first season, and he thought it was an insult. And I did see a response from one of the execs from Disney as to why. And they basically, I was trying to find it, but they basically were saying that the first season didn't do as good as
Yeah.
they expected.
But it
So for
was
the second season, the
mhm,
budget was going to get cut anyway.
yeah.
So they offered him the budget cut number, which looks like it's like half of the first number, I guess.
Yeah.
And purposely like made it low so that he would say no. So now they can say, "Oh, we're canceling season 2 because of him, and not because everything just
Yeah.
doesn't look good in the background." So
But he can't continue to be a main character anyway, because like that's kind of what the purpose of season 1 was, right? To set up Kate Bishop as the new Hawkeye.
Yeah,
So
thought we were passing
like
the torch.
yeah. So
right.
like that kind of makes sense to me. And I'm surprised, like, because like this was one of the better, like when you think about their lineup of shows, Hawkeye was one of the better shows. So I'm surprised it didn't do as well. I mean, it wasn't amazing, but I thought it did better than other shows. Uh, but uh, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm not too sure how the pay goes in Hollywood, but from what am hearing and have seen, like the more they play the same character, the more expensive they get, no matter
I
like,
mean, yeah, yeah,
you know
that's
what I
true.
mean? So
Hmm.
he's
Like how much?
expecting his money to go up and it went lower, and he's like, I'm one of the OG Avengers. Like, what are you
Yeah,
talking about?
how much? How much do you think they had to pay Robert Downey Jr. to come back to the MCU? Probably like
Exactly.
probably
Exactly.
probably like an insane amount of money. That's where all their money went.
And then, not to
Like,
mention, Haley Steinfeld is hot as fish grease right now. So who knows what her contract looks like for Hawkeye?
yeah.
So he might be feeling some type of way because
But
she's going out.
she's the main character. So like you can't really be mad at that.
Right.
Yeah, especially because like we don't really know like how like in the newer season we don't know how they were planning to like how many episodes was he going to be and how
Listen,
much of a presence was he going to be in season 2
I
anyway.
don't I don't think Robert I think Robert Downey Jr. would have did the same thing if they tried to put him in Ironheart for half the money of whatever.
They could never do that though. They literally know that they could never do that. So it's like
We just want you to appear as a hologram. She found your AI. Nope. I want the full thing. Who are you talking about? This is Robert Downey Jr.
they know that
So,
they could not get away with that. Oh, Ironheart's coming out this summer too, right? Isn't that coming out like next month?
is it?
That's a
I saw
show
an
though, right?
article that Disney's
Yeah.
trying to stop doing the shows. That Kevin Feige said something about the
June
shows.
24th.
He said the shows feel like homework or something like that. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know. They,
they
they go
do.
back and forth with this.
Yeah. Yeah. They did say that like Thunderbolts is their like first really really good example of like quality over quantity, which Jaja, I know you don't agree with. So, okay, calm down. But I agree. So yeah, Ironheart does come out in June. So we are a little more than a month out from the first episode, June 24th. So, and it's gonna consist of 6 episodes. That's what the problem with these shows are. They release them, and then there's barely a story to tell because it's only 6 episode seasons. How can you tell a story in 6 episodes? It's I don't know.
Yeah, and all these shows are only one season. I want another season of Miss Marvel. I want another season of what's the other one? The Knight. The
Moon Knight.
Knight, the
Moon
White
Knight?
Knight. Moon Knight. Yes. Come on. What's going on? They just leave these shows hanging.
I don't think you're gonna get another season of Moon Knight, to be quite honest with you.
I'm gonna be so sad.
I don't think you're gonna get another season of a lot of these shows because I think they're realizing that the shows are like too much. I think they're trying to scale back on their shows for sure. But speaking of Disney, while cutting money in some places, are investing money in other places. So Disney has announced that it is opening. Oh no, I pasted the wrong article in here. Disney is gonna let me find it and post it in here. Disney is opening a 7th theme park. So right now they have 6 parks around the world. There is the one in Florida. There's the one in California. There's the one in Tokyo. There's one in Paris. There's one in Hong Kong, and there's one in Shanghai. And they are opening a new one in Abu Dhabi, which is an
Hmm.
interesting location, in my opinion, to open a park. But to each their own as to why they decided to put it there. Um, Hold on. Let me just actually find an article to stick in here real quick.
That's very interesting.
It is interesting. It
Its
is
first
interesting.
new resort in a generation, it says.
Yeah. Yep. And it says that it will be the most advanced like technologically advanced theme park out of all of their theme parks. Uh so
And do they have any like images of what they planning to build?
there's like concept photos. So if you click now on the link, I just replaced the link. There's like a concept photo there um of like what the castle is going to look like.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's
Uh
that looks pretty cool. Just from the still image of the drawing.
yeah. And they're working on this park in conjunction with another company. I forgot the name of it, but it's similar to like their Tokyo park where like they don't actually outright own that park. There is in partnership with another company. Um so Okay, so Disney says this new venture will be its most technologically advanced park, blending the city of Abu Dhabi's future-oriented aesthetic. Uh, it says while every Disney resort is anchored with a castle park, this castle will be different than like what the other ones look like. And then we could see from the photo there about like what like I wouldn't even call that a castle. This is like a very futuristic structure thing. And it's gonna be set directly on a waterfront. Um, so that's gonna be cool. And yeah, I mean, we'll see that in another like 8 years, I guess. But I don't know. Similar to like when we talked about that Dragon Ball Z theme park that was opening in I forgot what country they were, what other Middle Eastern country they were opening that one in. I don't know if any of you remember, but it's like I have never seen like there are certain places in the Middle East where like I was like I don't really need to go here just because of like the strict laws and how they like how they view women and things like that. It's like, is this really a lucrative location for me to try to visit? But we'll see. I am wondering why they chose here. It's just an interesting location for them to choose. But we'll see. We'll follow the developments of that park as it goes on. Um, cool. And then one last thing, uh, just for fun. So, the Crunchyroll CEO says that more viewers prefer dubbed anime over subbed anime in every single country on the platform, which is a little bit crazy and seems like a targeted attack on its sub watchers. But it's fine. It seems like a very targeted statement. But you know, it's cool. I like to be in the minority, so I will continue to watch my subbed animes. But I'm sure there were a lot of
Shannon's the one with the hot take this time.
I'm sure a lot of dubbed watchers were happy to read the stat. So, you know.
The stat could be a little bit skewed because I was reading the article and it was saying that also in the dubbed category are the people who watch it in Japanese without subs. So
Oh, okay.
I feel like the Japanese, if you're watching
Well,
it
they
originally
massaged
in
the data.
Japanese without subs, you should kind of be included in the Japanese sub category to me, in my head.
No, because then you're just watching it and it's
But
uh
you're watching it in Japanese to me.
I guess this whole thing can be a little skewed when you think about it because it's like I don't I don't know. I don't know. Because like if you're watching it in your original language, then isn't that
It's technically dubbed,
yeah.
but the people who are watching it subbed, that's what they're going for. They want it in the original language just to be able to understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I don't know. I'm gonna take this with a grain of salt. I'm gonna con continue watching my subbed animes.
They did mention that the animes are blowing up in the UK, which is like the latest region for anime to reach.
Yeah.
So a lot of people there are reaching out for the dubbed, and I guess they want to start making it dubbed like in UK accents. I'm not sure if I understood it correctly,
That's
but
cool.
yeah,
I love how mainstream anime is becoming. It's so great. Everywhere you look, there's something. I think anime is like infiltrating every aspect of real life. And it's very, very cool to see. So I like that.
It is becoming more and more accessible.
Yes,
I think
for
that's
sure.
the pros of it is because they know it makes money, so they're like, okay, let's make it available.
Yeah. Nobody is struggling like I was watching Naruto on YouTube in 3 parts. Did you guys do that?
speaking of
Like back in the day?
Naruto,
Wait,
That
like
was
did you
rough.
guys have to do that back in the day? Like with anime you had to watch on YouTube and there's like like literally a 22-minute episode was split into 3 parts on YouTube and you had to like click through it.
yes, the struggle
Yes,
was real
I
back
did
in the day.
that.
You had to get the anime network channel on the cable box, and that's like a whole nother
Yes,
price. And who's
I had to
paying
beg
for
my mom
doing
for
that?
that. Yeah. I had to beg my mom for Anime Network. I remember having that.
Yeah, my cousin had it too, but my parents weren't doing it, so I had to go to his house. Yo, let's watch what we watching. Trigun. All right, let's go. Sailor Moon, Gundam Wing.
There were a lot of there were a lot of really interesting like I learned about a lot of like really interesting non-mainstream animes from having the Anime
Oh yeah,
Network. Like there were just like a
yeah.
lot of like offbeat shows on there that I ended up really liking. So yeah, it was cool. But that was the struggle for us back in the day before
Yeah.
anime became so accessible. Um just like missing out on stuff because I couldn't find part 3 of an episode I was watching. Like, okay. I guess I just won't know what happens at the end. Sorry, Jaja, were you about to say something else?
Yeah, since you mentioned Naruto, there is a conversation going on about Naruto getting a remake similar to One
Oh
Piece
God.
to address the pacing issues and the
Oh,
filler, I
like
guess.
the entire fourth season being filler? Yeah.
So they want to do Shippuden. They want to do Shippuden over.
Oh, ship it in.
Remake.
Okay, okay. Not the original. Okay.
I'm not mad at this. Like if
Okay.
One Piece could get a remake, I feel like Naruto should get a remake too. Dragon Ball Z got their remake.
Yeah, because like when you think about it, is Naruto plus Shippuden like is the runtime of both those shows together kind of equal to the amount of no, right? No, there's still like a lot less episodes. Let me see.
They're
Far
both
less.
pretty decent. Like I feel like the regular Naruto's like 300, 400 episodes, and Shippuden's another 400 episodes.
Okay, so like still not really up, so like still behind on One Piece, but like there's still a lot, like if you wanted to
There's
watch
a good
both
amount.
shows. Yeah. But if they're only redoing Shippuden, I don't know. I feel like they should just redo everything.
The whole thing. I
Yeah.
hear you.
Not
I
not
agree with you.
Boruto, just Naruto and Shippuden. Don't
I
you?
agree with you.
Yeah. They should redo just all of it. And then maybe they can just if they redo it, they can just combine it into one long show, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I remember getting to the end of Naruto and being like, "Wait, this is it," and then be like, "Oh, it's a whole different show." Naruto Shippuden is like a whole different, a
Yeah.
completely different show.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Time skip. Nice.
Interesting. They should redo. I feel like if they were gonna do that, then they should have redone Bleach also before they released that arc.
Didn't
Because
they? I feel like they did redo Bleach.
they didn't redo Bleach. They released a
Nah,
new
they
arc.
basically picked up where it left off.
Yeah, after like years and years and years. But I feel like they could have stood to redo
Hmm.
it also.
They didn't remaster the old one.
Nah,
No. Mm-mm.
because
Okay,
I had to binge it. It had the black bars on the sides. I almost didn't watch it because of that. I know that's
gotcha.
quite snobbish of me, but I was like, man, this is bad. This is old. But
It is old. I've been
no,
watching like
I did binge through that. I still need to finish I had to restart because I forgot where I was of the Thousand Year Blood War arc.
yeah. I've been watching like Inuyasha's been like the show that I've been putting on when I'm like going to sleep, and it also is like it also has the bars on the side, and I was like, this is really old too. But I'm not watching that seriously. I'm just watching it in passing. But yeah. There's a lot of things that could stand to be remastered for the newer generation. A lot of good shows that are like really old, for sure. Uh, all right. Anything else before we wrap up for this week?
No, none here.
Oh my God.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yes, happy Mother's
Yeah.
Day to all the
Happy Mother's
moms out there. Just FYI, I'm gonna be out of town next week, but I'm gonna try to see if I can record from where I am. So TBD. This is my week's notice though, in case it is a no, but I'm gonna try I'm gonna try my best.
How courteous of you.
I'm gonna try to record from where I am though. I am. See what the
All
time?
right, Jaja, we'll get a boys' night topic queued
No,
up.
no, no. No, I'm gonna be here. But if we could come up with a topic anyway, that would be good for us all to discuss. I want to be in on a topic. It doesn't just have to be boys' night. But anyway,
Gotcha.
thanks for joining us for another week of the podcast. As always, you can like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram at Blerdsnerds, follow us on TikTok, Blerdsnerds_pod, slowly becoming unshadow banned. So screw you, TikTok. Anyway, we're making our way back up there. What else? Subscribe to our YouTube channel or listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your podcast listening app of choice. And you can send us an email, blerdsnerds@gmail.com, if you're a creator of color in the nerd space and want to come on to talk about your work, or if you have any episode suggestions for us. As always, I'm Shannon.
I'm James.
I'm Jaja.
Thanks for listening, guys. Bye.
Peace.